Good day, learners, and welcome to our third program for our agricultural science, grade 10 and 11, where we will be discussing animal reproduction. We will use beef cattle as an example for today's lesson. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to describe the structure of the reproductive system of beef cattle, state the functions of the reproductive parts of beef cattle, describe the process of fertilization in beef cattle. Now that you know what is expected of you, let us look at the structure of the reproductive system of a cow. The female reproductive system consists of the two ovaries, two fallopian tubes or oviducts, the uterus, the cervix, and the vagina or vulva. Here you can see the two ovaries, the fallopian tubes, the uterus, the cervix, and the vagina. On the enlarged diagram, you can see the ovary with eggs in different stages of growth. Each of these structures has its own function in the female reproductive system. The ovaries produce eggs, only one egg at a time. Fertilization takes place in the fallopian tubes. The uterus is where the fetus grows and develops until birth. The cervix is a narrow passage that prevents disease-causing organisms from entering the uterus. The vagina is the passage through which the fetus comes out during birth. Let us now look at the structure of the male reproductive system and its functions. The male reproductive system consists of two testicles, the epididymis, the vas deferens or sperm duct. Then there are a few glands such as the seminal vesicle, the prostate gland, and Cowper's gland. The urethra and the penis make up the last part of the male reproductive system. Here you can see the two testicles, and leading from each testicle is the epididymis that becomes the vas deferens or sperm duct. At the top, you can see the seminal vesicle, the prostate gland, and the Cowper's gland. Leading to the outside of the body, you can see the urethra and the penis. As in the female reproductive system, each of these structures in the male reproductive system also has its own function. The testicles produce sperm, while the epididymis stores the sperm. The vas deferens transports sperm to the urethra. There are glands that produce fluid which carries and nourishes the sperm. The urethra transports semen and urine, not at the same time. The penis then delivers semen during mating. There are two words that you have to understand so that you don't use them wrongly. These two words are sperm and semen. Sperm is what is produced by the testicles. Once the fluid from the glands is secreted onto the sperm, it is called semen. Please make sure you know the difference. Let us look at the picture of the male reproductive system again. From the testicles through the epididymis and vas deferens, it is still just sperm that is moving. Then the fluid is added from the glands, and from there it is called semen. We will now look at how fertilization takes place, because this is what reproduction is all about. Fertilization is the fusion of a male gamete, sperm, and a female gamete, egg, to form a zygote. Fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube or oviduct. The male gametes swim in the fallopian tube towards the ovary and meet a female gamete in the fallopian tube. Here you can see how a few sperm cells have reached the egg or ovum, but only one can enter the ovum for fertilization to take place. If there is no egg, no fertilization takes place, and the sperm cells are absorbed into the female body. We have learned today that the female reproductive system consists of 2 ovaries, 2 fallopian tubes or oviducts, a uterus, cervix, vagina, and vulva. The ovaries produce eggs, and the fallopian tube is where fertilization takes place. The uterus feeds and protects the fetus, while the cervix protects the uterus from disease-causing organisms. The vagina is the birth canal. The male reproductive system consists of the 2 testicles, each with an epididymis that leads to the vas deferens or sperm duct. There are glands such as the seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and Cowper's gland. Leading to the outside of the male reproductive system is the urethra and the penis. The testicles produce sperm, which is stored in the epididymis. The vas deferens transports sperm to the urethra. The glands produce fluid which carries and nourishes sperm. The urethra transports semen and urine not at the same time, and the penis delivers the semen during mating. Remember that semen equals sperm plus fluid. Fertilization is the fusion of a male gamete and a female gamete to form a zygote. Fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube. Viewers, before I sign off, I would like to ask you a few questions to think about. Question 1. State where in the female reproductive system fertilization takes place. Question number 2. Name 3 glands in the male reproductive system and state their function. Question number 3. Explain what semen is. That was program 3 in our agricultural science for grade 10 and 11, where we learned about the animal reproduction. I hope you learned a lot with us today. Please stay tuned for the next program. Thank you and see you. Bye.